Want to make something whimsical and magical? Let's create a fairy-inspired trinket shelf, perfect for tiny treasures, little keepsakes, and adding a touch of enchantment to your space. Gather your materials and let's begin. Start by sketching your design. This will help you visualize the overall shape and layout of your shelf. Next, measure your base using your Excel blades ruler. Then, using your K60 Revo knife and a self-healing cutting mat, carefully cut out the base. Sketch and cut the side panels, roof pieces, and the divider for the center shelf. Since we're using thin chipboard, glue 2 layers together for extra stability. But if you're using thicker cardboard, 1 layer will be enough. Now it's time to assemble the structure. Using a glue gun, attach each side panel to the main base and hold it in place until secure. For the roof shingles, glue each layer from the bottom upward. Layering them this way creates that charming little cottage roof effect. Once the structure is complete, it's time to paper mache. This will give the shelf a lovely wood-like texture. Mix equal parts glue and water in a 1:1 ratio. Brush a layer of the glue mixture onto the shelf. Place a layer of tissue paper over it, then brush another layer of glue on top. Repeat this process until the entire shelf is covered, then set it aside to dry completely. While the shelf dries, let's sculpt some mushrooms. Take a portion of air-dry clay and cut it using your K1 craft knife. Shape the clay into triangular, organic-looking forms. Keep one side flat. This will be the side we glue onto the shelf later. Using the scribe tool, carve long grooves into the mushroom stems to create a natural mushroom texture. For the mushroom caps, carve elongated indents and little holes to add more detail and whimsy. Repeat this process to create lots of mushrooms in different shapes and sizes. Now let's make button mushrooms. Roll one piece of clay into a ball and another into an oblong shape. Using your embossing tool, gently press the pieces together and create small indentations to secure them. Add texture with your scribe tool, then make several more in varying sizes and let them dry completely. Once your mushrooms are dry, it's time to paint. This is where you can really let your imagination shine. Use earthy tones, magical colors, or anything that feels enchanted to you. Set them aside to dry. Now back to the shelf. Once the paper mache is fully dry, paint the entire surface with a base coat of brown. Then add darker shades into the corners and crevices for depth and shadow. After it dries, lightly dry brush a softer brown or beige over the surface to create a realistic wood effect. And now, the magic comes together. Using a glue gun, attach the mushrooms all around your shelf. Take your faux moss and trim it into smaller pieces with scissors. Using PVA glue, attach the moss around the roof, corners, and edges of the shelf to create that overgrown fairy forest look. Keep layering details until your tiny woodland shelf feels alive. And just like that, your whimsical fairy trinket shelf is complete. A tiny enchanted home for all your little treasures and trinkets.